This is the Laxton map. It's 1/9 of a massive map. This is the southwest corner, so if you can imagine, the map carries on to way up here and way over there. And it's part of Nottinghamshire, and it's dated from 1635. You can see the date there. It was made by a chap by the name of Mark Pierce. Now, the key to the Laxton map is, take a look at all these strips here. It's part of feudal England, and it's a representation of how this part of the country was farmed in 1635. The beauty of it is, though, that Laxton and this part of Nottinghamshire still uses the same farming system. So if you go to Laxton today, pretty much half the area which was covered in this 1635 map looks effectively the same. You have these long strips of farming areas dotted around the countryside. What we see here is the village of Neasall, which is just to the south of Laxton. So there are two villages shown on the map. The important thing to notice about the villages is you'll see there are very few buildings, or virtually none, outside of the villages. And every one of these strips has an individual number. Now, that's another reason why the Laxton map is a bit of a treasure, because we also, in the library, hold the Terrier. Now, that is the accompanying book which identifies everything going on in every single strip at the time the map was made. So there are thousands of these individual strips, and if you look very carefully, you can see there's a letter and a number referring to each single strip. And what the Terrier tells you in beautiful secretary handwriting is who is farming each strip. And then you can look back at the Terrier and work out where all these people are living. So that's people living in Neasall, people living up the road in Laxton. It's all there. So every individual is identified, every bit of land they're farming is identified. Now, the beauty of this is, if you look carefully, you'll see there's all sorts of things. It's more than a map, in that we have lots of animals dotted around. There's some cattle there, horses in this field here, and lots of agricultural activity too. So you can get an idea as to what agriculture was like in 1635 in this part of Nottinghamshire. Now, you can see there's a plough team up here. And one of the strange things about the Laxton map is that the activities shown are all from different parts of the year. So there's no consistency there. You get an overview of what was going on in the village over the whole 12 months. Now, in addition to this, other things which make this map a particular treasure are that it was acquired in 1942 by the library to help the study of agricultural geography. So it's a great thing which was brought in simply to show the development of the landscape, and the key to it all is that here we have a map which shows an unchanged landscape. Now, what, over 300 years after the map was made, almost 400 years after the map was made. Absolutely incredible, and the Bodleian has the good fortune to have the map and the Terrier in its collection. An incredible stroke of either good luck or very good advanced planning when the map and the Terrier were acquired. The fact that this is a treasure is, one, it is superbly constructed simply as a piece of cartography. It is incredibly accurate. Not only is it accurate, it's a gorgeous thing to look at. Look at the colours. It tells such a story, and there's a huge amount of information in here, both geographical, historical, social. It's all there, and the fact is that a map can bring all this together and hit you with one great visual hit. It's a marvellous thing, and it can mean all sorts of things to different people looking at it at the same time. The fact that the map itself is huge, and here we only have 1/9 of it. Why is it a treasure, though? Because, one, the combination of map and Terrier is very unusual for such a thing to survive. Two, it is the pure coincidence that here we have this map and the landscape's barely changed since, and that's very rare to say for England in the 21st century. There are virtually no other parts of the country for which that can be said. So that is why this is a real treasure. We have the fortitude, or the good fortune, to be able to show the landscape as it was and still is. can't be done anywhere else.